Good morning, everyone. It's Eric with His&Hers HHQ. This will be the final video pertaining to the 1925 Model T bucket hot rod that I built up for Mr. Freet. Just a brief backstory in case you missed it. Last May of 2023, my wife and I stopped at a yard sale, and I happened to see a bunch of models out there. A lot of them were already built, and I was interested in picking up a bunch of them. But then I happened to see this, this model kit sitting over on a shelf, and I opened it up, took a look at it, and everything seemed to be there. It was unassembled. So I bought it from a lovely young lady, and her mother comes out after I've made the purchase, and yeah, she goes into a full detail that her husband collected and built models, and unfortunately he had passed away just a few months beforehand. And I knew then at that moment when she was telling me all this that I would be absolutely honored to build this model, but I had to return it. It wasn't going to go up on my shelf or anything like that. I had to return it. Now, that was in May of 2023, and now here we are into February. A few days ago, a lot of you might have watched the final reveal of that model, of that build. And I told you then that that model was going to be going home. It took a little bit of logistics and whatnot, so it took a couple extra days, but it did get home. And I told Mrs. Freet then that it was an honor to do so, and she put it up on a shelf so she could display it. By doing so, it was something I knew I had to do, and I'm glad it's going to be perhaps a lovely reminder of her husband. So, for Mrs. Freet, for his family, and for Mr. Freet, enjoy the rest of the video.
I walk along the city streets you used to